All right, morning to you. It's Monday, July 8th, and it is day one officially of the 1stPhorm 8-week challenge for the summer. And, everybody loves a good day one. It's that moment in the movie, when when you've been down, when you've been knocked out, when you've had things not go your way, and then you get that push, you get that motivation, and the Rocky music starts playing, and everything you've done before, good or bad, choices, things that happen to you, things that you've made happen, it's all in the past now, and all you have is a starting point, and you go forward, and it's exciting, and it's one of the moments that people actually normally we're very scared and cynical of the unknown, but for whatever reason, at day one, people are hopeful. And just I know there's a bunch of people out there today wearing this logo or feeling that logo. Either they've got it on them, it's in here, but there's people all over today waking up saying day one, thinking day one, feeling day one. And I'm fortunate. So, like I said, I've been doing this about 4 years now. So that means I've done, maybe 15 full 8-week challenges. In 8 weeks, it's a very tricky amount because it's just long enough to reasonably see really good changes, but it's short enough that you really have to take care of each day. It doesn't mean you got to work out twice a day for 56 days. It doesn't mean you got to do cardio. When they say maximize every single day, that doesn't just mean push yourself physically. You will burn out. You cannot, I would say 95% of us, you can't pedal to the metal for 8 weeks. You will burn out, and whatever kind of results you want to see, by week 5 or 6, it'll hurt, and you'll regress. So the challenges for me is I have in my back, in my lower back, I have like these. From what I can figure, I've got like these 3 muscles that are like braided, and if I go too hard on my lower back, like the first one will kind of pull, and then the second one will kind of pull, and then when that third one pulls, like I can't tie my shoes. I can barely move. And I had 3, how stubborn and maybe dumb I am, but I had 3 8-week challenges in a row where in week 5, I pulled my back and I had to shut it down. And so by like the third time it happened, I was like, okay, maybe it's me. Maybe it's a me problem. And so I don't do a lot of weighted exercises for my lower back. I'll work around it. I'll like today. Today's my pull day, so I'm gonna do like upper back. I do like lat pull downs. I do rows, but I don't do anything for like that directly touches the lower back. I'll do like back extensions on the stand, but I don't do like the lower row. I don't do that kind of row. I don't do deadlifts. That's a danger area for me, my lower back. So I just kind of work around it. I'll do exercises where like my lower back is like maybe the secondary muscle, but not directly. That lesson I learned. The other lesson though I've learned is that you do have to, when you do work out for these 8 weeks, you do have to escalate. if you really want to see changes. All the winners that have won, I've watched their live streams. I've heard them talk about what they did to win. And you do have to, each week, there has to be an escalation. I kind of, 8 weeks for me, I always think of boot camp. That's how long boot camp was. And each week, each week is a new week. And each week has a new challenge. And that challenge is harder than the last week. And what they ask of you in week 7 or 8, if they would have told you in week 1 or 2, part of your brain might have been like, no way, I can't do that. That's not happening. But it does, because each week you elevate. The third lesson I've learned through all this is that rest is really important. There's one YouTuber I follow. She's great. I mean, just how hard she pushes herself, how she documents it and everything. Name's Olivia May. But the most important thing for her is her rest. How much sleep she got, what time she went to bed, what time she wakes up. And yeah, I mean, your recovery is as important as what you did. And it matters as much for the next workout. And so I'm very, every day I'm very aware of how much either I did sleep or didn't sleep or did sleep. So my schedule is Mondays are great for me because it's the one day I'm off from both my jobs. I work 1 day a week at Planet Fitness, and then the rest of the week I work for the city. And so Planet Fitness, I work all day Sunday. I open and close, just banging all the hours in 1 day. And then with the city, I'm off Monday, and then I work Tuesday to Saturday at night. And each day kind of gets progressively, normally, harder and longer hours. So my workouts are kind of inverted. So my hardest workouts I'm going to put at the beginning of the week, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, are going to be like my hardest days. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'm going to do what I can. And then Sunday is my full rest day. So like today, and I have a wall calendar back there. I think you can see. Yeah, that's Taylor Swift. I'm not ashamed. But I keep a wall calendar up there, and I've done that for years now. And every day I work out, I write in what I did, and if I did any kind of movement, any kind of cardio, a run, a walk, treadmill, anything, I put it in the bottom. And so that way, because days can go by, and you don't realize sometimes how long it's been, and especially like before I worked at the gym. I mean, it's easier now to know when I've been at the gym because I work there. But 4 or 5 days can go by, and I would see these white spaces, and I'm like, oh wow. And when it has been a while, or when life gets crazy, you can forget what you last worked out. And so I've always kept that right there by my front door. So it was a reminder of what I've done, what was the last thing I did, and it's just kind of like, hey, fill in those squares. The month is ending, and leg and how many days I do work out legs, and like I said, in that movement, that bottom of each box I write, did I run? Did I walk? Did I do treadmill? Did I do stairs? Did I go swimming? And to make sure I have a lot of those as well, especially in the summertime. We all supposedly can't wait for the summer, and warm weather, and I'm going to be outside, and then it hits 90, and we find things to do inside. But supposedly these are the days we waited for. This is the day that I was thinking about on Thursday. This is the time of year I thought about in winter. This day one is the day that a lot of us made promises to ourselves. And, it's up to us to honor it. Honor that person that made that couldn't wait to get here. Honor that person that, 10 years from now will be like, dang, I had that 8-week challenge in the summertime. I have a day off. I have an entire day to do what's best for me. and it's only the first one of them. It's day one, and it's time to go. All right. See you around.